Hello friends. Today we will learn very important concept of Ayurveda, that is Agni. Agni, being a vital concept, helps in understanding the pathology of diseases as well the treatment of it. Kaya Chikitsa, one of the branch of Ayurveda, mainly deals with Agni Chikitsa itself. One who is well versed in this concept, he can treat the diseases successfully. From the exam point of view, we can expect 10 marks or 5 marks or 3 marks questions from this concept. Agni is a vast topic in Ayurveda. So, here we are going to understand the concept of Agni under the headings of synonyms, types of Agni, functions, as well as its importance. The term Agni generally means fire. Ingested food has to be digested, absorbed, and assimilated, which is unavoidable for the maintenance of life. Agni is the invariable agent in this process. In Ayurveda, Agni refers to various factors which participate in and direct the course of digestion as well as metabolism, which aids in physiological function of an organism. The word Agni is derived from Agi Gato Dhatu. The literal meaning of the word Agni, according to the derivation, is a particular substance which goes continuously and through which the perception of knowledge is made possible. In Shabdakalpadruma, we can see 61 synonyms of Agni, like Vaishvanara, Sarvapaka, etc. Commonly used synonyms are Ushma, Anala, Vaishvanara, Pachakapitta. Agni is an single entity, but according to its location as well as its function, Charaka has explained 13 types of Agni. Those are Jataragni, 5 Bhutagni, and 7 Dhatwagni. Jataragni is only one. According to its strength, it may be in a status of Mandagni, Tikshnagni, Vishamagni, and Samagni. Bhutagni, they are concerned with 5 Panchamahabhutas. They are Parthivagni, Apyagni, Taijasagni, Vayuvagni, and Nabasagni. Dhatwagni, these are concerned with 7 Dhatus. They are Rasadhatvagni, Raktadhatvagni, Mamsadhatvagni, Medhadhatvagni, Astidhatvagni, Majjadhatvagni, and Shukradhatvagni. Let us understand these types in detail. First type of Agni is Jataragni. Kayagni, Kaya Nivartaka Agni, Jataram, Jataragni. The Agni which is located in Jatara, that is stomach. Such kind of Agni is called as Jataragni. And it is also called by another terms like Kayagni, because it does Nivartaka of Kaya, one which maintains the body. Jataragni is the most important and master of all Agni, because all other Agnis are under direct control of it. The functions of Jataragni include the breakdown of food, what we consume, into its elemental level, and separation of food into Sarabhaga and Kittabhaga. Next we will see the 4 status of Jataragni. They are Samagni, Vishamagni, Tikshnagni, and Mandagni. In Samagni, there will be Samyak Pachana, means the proper digestion of food. Opposite of Samagni is Vishamagni, where there will be Vishama Pachana, that is irregular digestion of food. In Tikshnagni, there will be Ashu Pachana, that is quick digestion of food. And opposite of Tikshnagni is Mandagni, where we are going to see Chirat Pachana, slow digestion of food. Mandagni, it is seen due to the influence of Kapha dosha, and it is seen in Kapha Prakriti person. Tikshnagni, it is seen due to the influence of Pitta dosha and seen in Pitta Prakriti person. Vishamagni, it is seen due to the influence of Vata dosha and seen in Vata Prakriti person. And last Agni, that is Samagni, it is seen in balanced state of functioning of Tridosha. Next type of Agni is Bhutagni. Bhaumam Apyam Agneya Vayuvya Pancha Ushmana Sa Nabhasa Pancha Ahara Gunan Swan Swan Parthivadin Pachantihi. The body is made up of Panchamahabhuta and it is maintained and nourished with Bahya Panchabhautika Amsha, where it is present in Ahara. To convert such Amsha as a part of body, there is a process of Paka. Paka here refers to digestion. So this type of digestion is done by Bhutagni. 5 types of Bhutagnis are Parthivagni, Apyagni, Taijasagni, Vayuvagni and Nabhasagni. Parthivagni digests Parthiva part of food. Likewise, every type of Agni digests its own type of food. This Agni is not capable of generating any new matter, rather capable of releasing qualities owned by matter. The main action of Bhutagni is to convert the Vijatiya substance to Sajatiya form. Vijatiya, it means a form different to body. Sajatiya, it means a form similar to the body. The form of Panchamahabhuta, which is present in Ahara, is different than a form of Panchamahabhuta which is present in Sharira. So, Bhutagni helps in conversion of different form of Panchamahabhuta of Ahara to the body Panchamahabhuta form. Though there is no direct reference with regards to the site of Bhutagni, by the available descriptions, Bhutagni Paka takes place in Yakrit. But actually, the Bhutagni Vyapara is present in both elementary canal as well as in Dhatus. Last type of Agni is Dhatvagni. Saptabhihi Deha Dhataro Dvividam Punaha Yatasvam Agnibihi Pakam Yanti Kitta Prasadavat. After Bhutagni Paka, the Ahara Rasa circulates in the body. Body contains 7 dhatus and these 7 dhatus contain their own Agni. So this Dhatvagni will act upon on the concerned nutrients which is circulating in the Ahara Rasa as a Poshakamsha and helps in the formation of 2 portions. One is Sarabhaga, another is Kittabhaga. This Sarabhaga, it is going to nourish the concerned dhatu, whereas Kittabhaga, it is not useful for the concerned dhatus. Let us understand the function of Dhatvagni with the help of this flowchart. Ahara will be digested with the help of Jataragni and Bhutagni and it will be converted as Ahara Rasa and Malabhaga. And this Ahara Rasa, it will be enters into the Rasavahasrotas and in Rasavahasrotas, it will be digested with the help of Rasadhatvagni into Sarabhaga and Kittabhaga. So this Sarabhaga will be having Stula part as well as the Sukshma part. And Stula part, it is going to nourish the Rasadhatu itself and lead to the formation of Rasadhatu. Whereas Sukshma Bhaga, it will be containing the Rakta Poshaka Amsha. So this Sukshma part, it will be entering into the Raktavaha Srotas. And in Raktavaha Srotas, it will be digested with the help of Rakta Dhatvagni and lead to the formation of Sarabhaga and Kittabhaga. So this Sarabhaga, it is going to nourish the Rakta Dhatu and lead to the genesis of Rakta Dhatu. Whereas Kittabhaga, it is going to nourish the Mala and it will be eliminated out. Likewise, other Dhatus will be formed with the help of respective Dhatvagnis. We will summarize the functions of different types of Agni. First Agni is Jataragni, the Agni which resides in Jatara, that is stomach. So this Jataragni is responsible for conversion of Chaturvida Ahara into simple product like Prasada Bhaga and Kitta Bhaga. Chaturvida Aharas are Ashita, Pita, Lida, Khadita. So these are the types or the forms of Ahara what we are going to consume. Next Agni is Bhutagni, which is responsible for conversion of Vijatiya Panchabhuta Ahara into Sajatiya Panchabhautika Dravya of a part of body constituent. And last Agni is Dhatwagni, which are located in Srotas related to the particular Dhatu responsible for Dhatu Nirmana, that is, genesis of Dhatu. Ahara, which will be digested by Jataragni and Bhutagni into Ahara Rasa and Malabhaga, and this Ahara Rasa will be entering into the Dhatuvaha Srotas, and in Dhatuvaha Srotas it will be acted upon by respective Dhatwagni and Bhutagni and lead to the genesis of respective Dhatu, Upadhatu and Mala. Next we will see the relationship between Jataragni and Dhatwagni. In the early slide itself, we come to know that Agni is a single entity. So according to its location as well as its function, we are going to see 13 types of Agni. Swasthanasya Kayagnehe Amsha Dhatushu Samshrita Tesham Sadati Deeptibhyam Dhatu Vriddhi Kshayodbhava Purvadhatu Param Kuryat Kshinascha Tadvidam. The Amsha of Jataragni means a part of Jataragni which is located in Dhatu is called as Dhatwagni. So Dhatu attains increase and decrease due to the decrease and increase of respective Dhatwagni. So Dhatwagni as well as Dhatu are having inversely proportional relationship. Coming to the functions of Agni, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritah Pranapana Samayuktah Pachatyannam Chaturvidam. So this Agni is responsible for digestion of Chaturvida Ahara. So Agni is also has been mentioned in Ahara Parinamakara Bhava. Ushma, Vayu, Kleda, Sneha, Kala, Samayogascha. So these are the 6 Ahara Parinamakara Bhavas. Here Ushma refers to Agni. So Ushmaha Pachati. Agni is responsible for digestion of Ahara. Ayu Varno Balam Swastyam Utsahopachayo Prabha Ojas Tejo Agneyaha Pranascha Ukta Dehagni Hetukaha. So due to the Pachana Karma of Agni, it is responsible for imparting the color, strength, health, enthusiasm, growth, lustre, ojas, as well as life to the body. Charaka beautifully quotes the importance of Agni as Yadannam Dehadatvojo Balavarnadi Poshakam Tatra Agni Hetuhu Ahara Nahi Apakvad Rasadayaha. Ahara gives strength, color, nourishment to the body. Agni is the main reason for making that Ahara to execute the function, because these functions are seen from the digested food, not from the undigested food. Shante Agno Mriyate Yuktam Chiram Jivati Anamayaha Rogi Syat Vikrate Moolam Agnihi Tasmat Niruchyate. If there is extension of Agni, then it leads to the death of a person. Its proper maintenance helps the person to live longer, and if impairment is there, it gives rise to diseases. Shama Prakopau Doshanam Sarvesham Agni Samshritau. For decrease or the vitiation of dosha, Agni is the main reason. Hence, homeostasis of dosha is maintained through Agni. Samadosha Samagnischa Samadhatu Malakriyaha Prasannatmendriya Manaha Swastha Ityabhidhiyate. Along with the balanced state of dosha, dhatu, mala, etc., the balanced state of Agni is also important to quote the person is healthy. So, we can conclude the topic by saying Agni is an essential entity for the proper digestion of food. Without Agni, Rasadi Dhatus are not produced. If there is impairment of Agni, then it will lead to diseases. Hence, Agni has to be maintained well in order to maintain the health of a person. Thank you everyone.